We are a corrupt country. We are all 100% corrupt people. I'm sure there are minor exceptions here and there, aberrations. It's a funny film, and it's a very funny film. We find very funny. You know, of these 12, some have been my friends for 30 years. Like Saurabh, I've known for 30 years, and Rich I didn't know at all. Divya, strangely, I hadn't met ever.
I was taking a head massage. Reading it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I'm made it saying, what happened? Well, something tickled us, no, something tickled here.
And she said, sir, ये जो आपने लिखी है ना ऐसे शूट कर दो बस खत्म आप टेंशन वेंशन मत लो.
So, as he has mentioned about the corruption part of it, that it deals with corruption in a very interesting manner.
Hilarious
manner.
Hilarious, absolutely hilarious.
Prateik, Babbar. All right. So, but when you see maybe the way things are presented at times, that the people who talk about corruption, maybe the fact is that they have a lot to answer in terms of the way corruption is happening right under their noses. Do you find a bit of a dichotomy that maybe things are in a certain manner, but they're being presented as if that दूध की नदियाँ बह रही हैं, and हम तो मतलब हमसे ज़्यादा पाक साफ तो कोई है ही नहीं दुनिया में. So do you find it a bit odd? I'm talking politically entirely.
I mean, we are a corrupt country. We are all 100% corrupt people. I'm sure there are minor exceptions here and there, aberrations. But we are a bunch of corrupt people. I mean, you know, I judge a country by its traffic lights. What happens at the traffic signal of a country, I judge a country by that.
Right.
And you look at your traffic signals anywhere in this country, you'll know who we are. And you know, it's very nice to talk about your flag and your national anthem and blah, 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 blah. But the fact remains, what do we do about our country? And this has nothing to do with our film, by the way. But now that you brought it up, and I haven't written on Britain in a long time. So, yeah, I mean, we as the citizens of this country, we need to give a lot to our nation, and we don't. And it's showing in the state of our country today.
Okay, now coming down to the writing part of it, because you've written the film as well.
Yeah.
And a satire for the matter, it's something that I think the entire content is in the writing. Any film, the entire content is the writing, and then you just take it from there. How excited, how confident are you of the writing? Because these guys, they've been just raving about it. So if you can tell us something about it.
They're sweet people, they're nice people.
Right.
It must be a good script.
But they're excited. I spoke to Kumud Mishra, he's excited. So, you know, excitement se pata chal jata hai that what level.
It is a good script. I mean, I'll be stupid to say it is not. Because if it is endorsed by such wonderful talent, if it is endorsed by a studio, there must be something in it.
Right.
So, I am not too, bullish about the term satire, because it's a funny film, and it's a very funny film. We find very funny, and politics is something, it is layered. It's layered with politics, of course. But so is every film. A lot of films actually. It depends on you, how political you are. Will decide how political this film is. So for some it will be just pure comedy,
entertainment.
Entertainment. Or for some it will be little political, and for some it will be political in every frame. So it is layered.
Undercurrents.
It is layered like that. But so satire is a very, very wide term. It's in its form. It's very. Should I say unique? Is it pompous? Well, I'm a pompous man. So it's very unique in its form. Very young and very today, and I cannot think of many films, and I haven't seen many actually. I'm a little illiterate.
You have to watch out for the one-liners in this film.
I'm sure.
They're hilarious. They'll totally crack it, because when you're reading it, there's the thing that you have to live up to what's written there. Because it is so funny when you read it, and it's in the simplest form.
Right.
When you're enacting it, you add a little of yourself.
Right.
So you don't want that going away. So you have to be very sincere to what's written.
Right.
But this is a compliment that I've received from every actor who was read. So, you know, of these 12, some have been my friends for 30 years. Like Saurabh I've known for 30 years. And Richa I didn't know at all. Divya, strangely, I hadn't met ever. But one response that has come invariably is as follows, that I read the script and I was laughing like a madman, and people were looking at me as to what was it that I was reading. So Richa read it on a flight and she got embarrassed because she was cracking up. Divya was cracking up in a bedroom. Pankaj Tripathi, Kumud Mishra, everybody.
Right.
So that is, yeah, that's a common compliment. So there is something to it.
I was taking a head massage, reading it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I'm made to say, what happened? Well, something tickled us, no, something tickled here.
Pankaj Tripathi's wife read it first, apparently, before him.
Right.
So she was sitting and reading and she was cracking up, and Pankaj kept asking, what is it that you're reading? So she said, your script, and it's hilarious, you must do this film. So Pankaj said, I have never seen my wife, and she was here for a couple of days, and she kept telling me, the first few days actually, and I was a little nervous with the form. Like I said, it's a little new form,
right?
And I was a little nervous. This probably was the first time in whatever number of films I made, 8 or 9, that I could not sleep the night before the first day of the shoot. I just could not. So the same evening I met his wife at dinner, and she said, "Sir, ये जो आपने लिखी है ना ऐसे shoot करते बस खत्म आप tension मत लो." She's one who's not a filmy person, who's not connected to the film, besides the fact that Pankaj is acting in it. So this is a very encouraging response that I've got from people.
Okay, so finally, last question. I've spoken to them in quite a detail as well. Your last film has been Tum Bin 2. You're making a film like Mulk. You're making a film Abhi to Party Shuru hui hai. How much of evolution do you personally feel has happened in Anubhav Sinha as a human being and as an artist?
Long back, when I had come to Bombay, and there's a small little anecdote that I must tell you. That my first day in Bombay, I had a meeting I got to meet, I had the honor and privilege to meet Mr. Lekton and late Mr. Lekton. I went to his house with a friend, and he got to know that I had come to Bombay to become a director, and he said, he asked me one question. He said, what are the kind of films you want to make? So I said, sir, it depends on when I get to make it, because people change. And if today you gave me a film, I had said, I remember this very vividly. I said, if today I was to make a film, I'd make a political film. But by the time I get to make a film, I don't know what I'll make. So he said, if you want to be a director, this is not the best answer. You have to know what you want to do. Right. And I disagreed with him, humbly. I didn't tell him that. But when I look back at my career, I realized that this is exactly what happened to me as a director. I started with a love story, and then I went into action films, and I made a superhero, then I made a love story again, and my earlier work, which is television, was very intense, very Satya-like show that I did called Shikas. Then I made a show called Seahawks, which is high seas action drama, and now Mulk is a film about our society, and this is an out-and-out comedy. So I think it must have something to do with how I am reacting to my life and to my world and to my society. I was 26 when I came to Bombay. I'm 52. And of course I must have evolved, and it is for people to kind of see from my films and judge whether you are not the person that your films are. Which is like, your personality does not reflect in your films, and your whoever you are as an individual, which is sort of not a very good thing to hear.
It doesn't hold true for this film at all.
Yeah.
Totally reflects.
At all, yeah.
This is like past.
Yeah, but
Past,
now,
yeah.
So,
I'm
I
saying,
mean,
Cash went
you
there.
know, yeah, a young boy from Banaras who didn't know anything about this world, got to Bombay, got to make films,
Right.
you know, made films, meandered here up there a bit. And,
Right.
but right now feeling like home.
Yeah, exactly. And you look far more, I think, happier and in the zone
Yes,
that you would want to
yes,
be.
Mulk and-
Tremendous understanding of poetry he has.
absolutely,
Which
I've
is,
experienced that.
yeah.
Anything, I mean, I
Yeah.
sometimes say, okay, I know a lot about it.
Yeah.
But anything I say, he totally completes it
Yeah.
and more. And I've lost
Yeah.
a bet with him too. I owe him 5 crores.
Really?
मोमिन के शेर पे बहस कर रही है.
All right, pleasure talking to you guys, and Prateik, Babbar,
Yes, sir.
and just looking forward to all your films and much
Thank you.
more from you.
Thank you.
And I think he deserves.
He's
more
a guy
time.
to watch out for.
He is a guy to watch.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I haven't seen so much eagerness to work in a youngster in a
Right.
long time.
So I think it's going to stay forever.
Definitely.
I think it
Definitely.
shall stay forever.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much. Lovely talking to you guys. Thank you.